The Blues Game Day Live alongside Joe Vitale, Darren Pang in the bowels of Enterprise Center here in St. Louis. It's the Montreal Canadiens coming into town. Second game against the Habs this year. The series will be complete after this afternoon's 2 o'clock start. 1:30 the pregame show on 101 ESPN and on Fox Sports Midwest, and the puck drop at 2 o'clock. Joe, how much do you like these afternoon games?
I used to love them. I think the players love them too, Dan.
Me too.
And we've talked about it before. There is something about just waking up, getting some breakfast, getting down to the rink, a quick stretch, playing. And not only that, but when the game's over and hopefully you get a win, you get out of here at a good time to spend some time with the teammates or your family. Okay,
so what do they have to do to get a win against Montreal? Montreal was quick and on them in the last game at the Bell Center.
Oh, were they ever? I mean, this is a Montreal Canadiens team that was started to get pieced together a couple of years ago. You know, you draft Kotkaniemi. I think I got that out kind of.
You said that right, yeah.
Max Domi, you bring in Jonathan Drouin, the speed. I mean, they want to play fast. They want to play with speed. And Panger, we were in Montreal last week, Saturday to the day, actually 7 days ago, in Montreal, and we saw that speed to the neutral zone, especially. I thought the Blues, to have success here tonight, I think that managing the blue lines is just so important, especially the offensive blue line, because this is a team that just thrives off those turnovers, and the forwards are cheating. Yeah. They're almost expecting the defenseman Shea Weber to have really good gaps, the pop pucks free around that blue line, and they're gone in a hurry the other way.
Yeah, outmanning the opposition. They tend to get numbers in on you in a hurry. And I think the one thing that the Blues have to do a better job in, I think they're finding themselves, maybe it's because it's early in the season, Joe, but you get some speed, you enter the zone, and you pull up. You know, I think, you know, the staples of backing off another team is driving hard to the net, or driving hard, even going around the net, backing the D off completely. I think that's one of the things I saw in the game in Montreal, that the pull-up plays, that's when the Blues got outnumbered in that one. They've got a couple of guys on Montreal that fire the puck as well. As going through some numbers. Petrie and Weber, they are 2 and 3 in shot attempts on this hockey club. Petrie gets a lot, 47 attempts. Weber, 41 attempts. So like you said, they get the puck down low and then punt it back to the points.
Well, that's just it, especially on the power play too, Panger. And this is an area to keep an eye on too. You know, Gallagher, what a pest he was a week ago in front
Leads
of
them in attempts with 53 so far this year.
You know what? And it's one of those things where, you know, you can try to prevent a guy like Gallagher or Max Domi, some of these hard-nosed guys that play with speed, get to the net. You can try to box out the best you can, but they're going to end up getting there. I think for the Blues tonight, it's almost like, can you match that? Yeah. Can you get to the net? Can you get in front of Carey Price and take away his eyes? You know, be a pest in front of his cage. Yeah. I think for fast teams, I think for how the Blues are built, I think it's going to be really important to get in front of them. Stay in front of them. You got to be physical. And I thought they had a slow start in Montreal, if I remember correctly. I know a big key tonight, Darren, is going to be when that puck drops, those first 5 minutes especially. You got to play with speed and you got to play physical.
Yeah, be ready to go. The Blues not happy with relinquishing these leads. The last game against Vancouver, pretty exciting game. I mean, Jordan Binnington gave them every opportunity to win that game, going through 7 shooters in the shootout. Looking ahead to that, Vladimir Tarasenko, he had 0 goals, in his first 5, only had 10 shots. But look out. His last 2 goals on 12 shots. And looking like he's got a little bit more confidence with the puck.
He does. I think he had 7 shots last game with 2 attempts blocked. I mean, 9 opportunities to get the puck to the cage. I think that goal versus the Islanders, that power play goal, that really kind of set him up for getting a little bit more confident. I think he's moving well. I think he's working away from the puck. You know, before he scored that goal against the Islanders, I watched him back check all the way to the neutral zone. He slashed across, caused a turnover, and about a minute later, he's in the offensive zone and scores a goal. So I think Vladdy, again, it's all about doing the details, the little things, plays away from the puck. When you do those things, those add up to become big things with Braden Shen, who does them pretty consistently as a centerman through the middle there. So I think for Vladdy and Jaden Schwartz, their chances have been humming. And I think those bottom 2 lines, Darren, I'm not sure what we saw last game, but I really liked Robbie Fabry, Bozak, and Steen on that top line.
I thought they kind of got lost in the shuffle there. Maybe it was the amount of penalties. There's a 5-on-3 against, a 5-on-3-4. But, you know, I love the Thomas line early, and then they didn't get as much ice time later on. I think he played 8 minutes. Robbie Fabry ended up playing only 6 minutes. And that line kind of got lost in the shuffle as well with the special teams that happened. When you going back to Vladdy and Schwartz, I think the one area that you'll look for this afternoon or listen to this afternoon is tidying up some of those turnovers as well. I know that they had a hearty conversation on the bench in that second period. 2 turnovers, 1 by each, and they weren't happy campers, that's for sure. So look for them to tidy that part of it up as well. As far as Alex Pietrangelo, played 26-36 in the last game. He's got 37 attempts. That leads the Blues. Look for him. He's going to be playing with, this is kind of a big thing here, the D pairing is going to be switched up. Just talked to Mike Van Ryn just prior to. Colton Parayko will play on the left with Alex Pietrangelo. one of the things he said is Colt likes to go to his back end anyway, so he doesn't think that's going to be a big adjustment.
I think that they're looking for someone to fill in that spot. Yeah. I think they're looking who can play left because I think they want to.
And Gunnarsson's banged up after the last game.
Gunnarson's day-to-day with a lower body right now, and I think they're going to say, Colton, we're going to give you an opportunity to audition to see what you like, don't like about left. Can you play with Petro? I think that you have games where you try to balance through 3 pairs, Darren, and we've seen it where it's had some success. But I think maybe tonight, especially with the speed of the Montreal Canadiens, I like Colton up there on that top pair, because he can move the puck so well and he can skate. I mean, again, this is a building. When he starts chugging those legs up the ice, everyone in the building is like, ooh, and they love to see him go.
And it's like Secretariat.
Yeah, it's really, or Seabiscuit.
In a quarter mile. Wow, he's bigger than Seabiscuit. Seabiscuit was a little
small
horse. Yeah,
you're like Seabiscuit.
Banged up and willing.
Yes, absolutely.
Full of gumption.
Full of gumption.
Attaboy,
but I like the top pair. I do.
Yeah,
I like it with Petro and
then Bouwmeester and Bortuzzo together, and then you keep Dunn and Falk.
And Vince, I really like him playing with Falk. I think they're going to be getting some really serious minutes here tonight. Vince is a player, Darren, I know we've talked about this a bunch. When the game is on the line and when things escalate and pressure's on, Vince is a guy, from me, he looks like he just wants the puck. He's like, find me, get me the puck. David Prahn's a lot like that. If things aren't going well on the power play, he's like, give me that puck, I'm just going to snap it home. And I think Vince is looking way more commanding. It's only his 3rd year in the National Hockey League. He is looking better and better every year, and I love how he's playing. And I love that pair with him and Justin Falk.
Jake Allen has not started a game at home since January 8th. We all know the story. Jordan Binnington really took it over at home, but his record on the road last year was exceptional. His goals against average, his save percentage on the road was in the top 5 in the NHL. He gets a start here. Heritage Sweater afternoon game. Did I say that right? That sounds right. Yeah. And he's won 3 of his last 4 against the Montreal Canadiens. Carey Price, as you mentioned, had his 45th shutout against the Wild. Wasn't overly tested in that game. So we'll see if we can't put a few more numbers on him. Get things cooking here this afternoon, Joe. You ready to go?
You
look really sharp.
Thanks, buddy.
It's this afternoon game, okay?
Yeah, today, this afternoon.
Okay.
I'm going to wear my rubber band. Every time I say tonight, I'm going to snap myself up in the booth.
That's going to hurt.
Yeah. Well, that's going to train me to
I'll tell you what.
Afternoon.
You and Curbs bring it to the people on the radio side. John Kelly and I will do the same thing on Fox Sports Midwest. Hopefully you join us, whether you're here at Enterprise Center on this beautiful day or listen on the radio or watching on the television side. For Joe Vitale, I'm Darren Robert Pang. And why wouldn't I be?
You are.